So I went to both of the political rallies of Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, and the election is really close. So even as a foreigner, if any of the American folks are watching, please exercise it and go vote, because I believe voting rights are fundamental to our civil rights everywhere on this planet. I am not eligible to vote, unfortunately, even though apparently there have been crazy scandals surrounding this election, like a non-citizen voting, for example, and Michigan could not withdraw the vote according to their own rules, etc. So that's interesting. But anyway, I wanted to make comments about the rallies. The first comment is about the formality of the rallies, about the Pledge of Allegiance and the anthem. Personally, I did not know any of those, and during the Trump rally, everyone stood up and did the Pledge of Allegiance, and I thought, wow, it was really cool. It was really interesting to see the national identity, but I wondered why they did not have that in the Kamala Harris rally, because I thought, you could say, hey, unlike those exclusionist MAGA Trumpists, we want to welcome you, accept you, and incorporate you into society, so here's the key element of it. But anyway, that was very interesting. Also, the interaction with people. People at the Kamala Harris rally were very nice, and they were all smiling and very welcoming. So even though it was my first attendance and I was there by myself, I didn't feel isolated. I wish I could have interacted with more people, but I was rather shy and not sure about interrupting other groups. But what I was so surprised about, and I'm so surprised by this, is the positivity at the Trump rally. Because before the rally, some people around me had told me, hey, are you sure you're going to the Trump rally? I'm worried for you because you might get attacked and assaulted, because you will be the only Asian and you could be discriminated against, frowned upon, and insulted, especially you're not even American. And that's what I heard. And I was even told they could bring guns and you could get shot in the worst case, etc. So the crazy MAGA Trumpist lunatics, and that was what I heard before attending the rally. But I was like, it's just going to be one time, and I was just really curious. So that's why I attended it, because I don't know who's going to be the next president. But for me, very personally, I felt the Trump supporters, the lunatics, were very, very polite, kind, and respectful. For example, when I say, excuse me, they answer, yes, sir, which I'd never been told in the US before, and they were a lot older than me, so that's surprising, so I couldn't believe it, and I kept talking to more than 30 people while waiting in line at the C-section, waiting for Trump to come from Michigan, and after the rally, just talk to people, etc., because I thought I could be very, very wrong, and despite that, they were very kind, polite, and very attentive, which is crazy. I couldn't believe it, I still cannot believe it, and there was not a single sign of disdain toward me, and yeah, that was crazy, even though I was indeed the only Asian in sight there. So, maybe it's the Wisconsin people who are really nice, or maybe it was only the people I talked to and I got really lucky. But my experience at the Trump rally was very positive despite all the given prejudices. I thought people at the Trump rally were more surprised than at the Harris rally when I told them I was not from the US, because they were like, then why are you here? You cannot really support anyone anyway. That was funny, but they also told me, hey, you're not alone here, so that was very nice of them. Another thing I want to point out was the way people presented themselves. I personally felt that people at Kamala Harris rally were more like, we are this, therefore we vote for Kamala Harris. Like, this for Kamala Harris. But at the Trump rally, I thought people just really liked Trump and the slogans. And there was another thing that was really weird. I don't think the Trump supporters are rich, selfish lunatics hoarding wealth. They were very honest, so with just a scratch on the surface, they shared all their crazy life stories. And for me, what I personally felt was like, there were all these struggling working class people who were casually looked down upon, and a lot of them indeed looked somewhat unkempt. But you could see how happy they were to show their Trump merch. They were just so happy and excited. It wasn't like, hey, we have to be uniform, we are the police, why aren't you wearing this? just like in typical fascist groups. They were just so happy to have the merch, and their joy was like what you only see in kids when they get their, I don't know, first favorite Iron Man merch. So I couldn't believe it. So yeah, I thought they were really like those older uncle and aunt generations we often look down on, and Trump was all they believed in. These people didn't really have much to show off, and it almost felt like their MAGA signs and Trump hoodies were all they took pride in. So, wow, all these struggling people supporting Trump was very impressive. So that was crazy. But anyway, I couldn't believe it was a positive experience at the Trump rally. I still don't know how to reconcile this or how to square this experience because it's pretty confusing, to be honest. Nationalist xenophobes who were really nice to an Asian foreigner. It's a crazy oxymoron, in my opinion. For the Kamala Harris rally, I wished I had known more about the singers, because when everyone was going crazy, I wasn't even familiar with the song and even the band themselves. I could see how it resonates with younger people, and I thought their focus on medical care for people under age 25 was very interesting. I wished they had emphasized more on the working conditions of people, but maybe it's a different point here. And I thought the agenda was like, they were this, and I thought they were already so familiar with the conclusion and assumed you knew all the steps of deriving the solution, therefore we vote. But in the Trump rally, I thought they laid out each problem they found relevant and dived really into it and said, therefore we vote. So I thought that was the reason that I found it more digestible, and the words were very simple and easy. Also, they used the videos masterfully, so that was good to watch. Anyway, I think it was very nice to attend political rallies. We still do not know who is going to be the next president, but they were really big and full of energy, and I could meet a lot of people at the rallies. I personally thought there could be more agreement between these two groups, but I couldn't say anything because my own country was also very polarized. It's very unfortunate. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and if you have any ideas or comments, please leave them in the comment section. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye bye.